Okay, so part three, we're going to get rid of some of these and then change the color of them. So I'm going to say select this one here and press delete. Let's get rid of that. And so I'm doing them one at a time, but say I want to get rid of a whole bunch. I'm going to left click and marquee them. You can hopefully see that there. I'm just dragging across. And I mean, there's a little line here that I missed, and maybe I want to get rid of it. So if I hold on Shift, I can click on that, and you can see this bounding box grow. So now if I press delete, these all should disappear. I'm going to click and drag these. And maybe I think I don't want to get rid. I'm sorry, I selected that star. I really like that star. I can again hold down Shift, click on it, and then it deselects it. Now I can press delete. Um, Again, if I want to select, if I want to move one, make sure you're using this black selection tool. Grab it in the center. If you want to distort it, do this. Grab a handle and move it around. One thing I didn't show you in the last lesson was rotate. You can use this tool here, or you can just hover over a diagonal corner, and now I can drag it around its axis. Like this rectangle here, say I want to turn it 90 degrees. Well, I could try to kind of eyeball it, and you can see numbers there. But if I want to be absolutely sure, just hold on Shift, and it will do it, I think, in 15-degree increments. I think it's 15 degrees. Well, it's increments of some kind. So there it's turned 90 degrees. So what else? Well, it's looking a little monochromatic, so what I'd like to do is start changing the color up. So I'm going to, while I've got this selected, I am going to introduce you to some new things. You can see over here in the properties here, you've got fill and stroke, and the stroke is 1 pt, that stands for point. So I'm going to zoom in, Command plus, Command plus, Command plus, and I'm going to change the fill. So I'm going to double click on this, or click once, and I'm going to make it like an orange color. The stroke, I'm going to make a different color, so I'm going to click on that. Let's make it like a blue color. Now it's a little hard to see. If I want to make that stroke or the line around it thicker, I can just double click, or I can, sorry, single click on this. I can increase it, or I can go to this drop down menu here and maybe make it 10 point. Or if I want to get rid of it, I can go to say 0.25 and go down. And now it's got no stroke around it at all. And that can be useful for, say, drawing shapes and so on. Let's do the same here. I'm going to select this. I can change it there, or I can go over here. This is I call these, it's not very accurate, but this is like a square, and then this is a donut. I can double click on the white square and make it bluish. And then I can click on the stroke, and let's make it, let's do this red color. I'm going to increase that stroke a little bit as well. And say I want these two ellipses to be similar to that. Again, I can use my selection tool. I'm going to close that, sorry. Marquee around them. And then grab my eyedropper. And they're still selected. So I've selected them, I selected my marquee, and now I can just click on that. And it's picked up the same stroke width, which was 4 points. It's picked up the same stroke color, and it's picked up the same fill. If I say click on this, it should make them both orange with no stroke, as you can see here. If I click on the white page, it's going to make them just disappear. It's gone the same color. Maybe if I click on this, will it make it gray? Yeah, so I've picked up the color there. So that again can be really, really useful. What else can we do? Well, there are gradients, and they used to be a bit of a pain to use, but now they're a little better. So we've got this selected, and I'm going to click on the gradient tool, and I want to say it has some defaults built in. So I have to be careful because whatever, if it's the square or the square donut, that's what I'm going to be affecting. Right now, it's saying I can change the color of the stroke, and I don't want to. I want to change the color of the fill. So I'm going to just click on this, and we've got that, and then we can go to Window and Gradients, or Gradient. And so it's a little convoluted, but this is how you do a gradient. So again, it's selected. We've chosen the gradient tool. I can click on this drop-down menu and I have some choices. I can do, say, orange to red. I think I can rotate it. So right now it's at 0%, but if I say do 90%, it's more like an evening sky. I can do it, say, at like 45 degrees. I can change these colors. So I just double clicked on it. I can make it green. This is quickly can become very ugly, so you just want to be careful. The other thing I will say about gradients is, it's good to have maybe just 2, sometimes 3 colors. Let's get rid of this. And then I can just drag these around. And this is where it starts to change. This is the midpoint. You can see it's a live preview. So now it's mostly green with a little bit of yellow, but if I go the opposite way, it'll make it mostly yellow with a little bit of green. So I think I'm gonna pause here. Yep, let's stop and we will continue in just a moment.